Yeah, so like the story before this matchup is that we were playing a lot of like online cups, and I was losing a lot, and I couldn't like make myself find the way how to beat him, and even on lance it was like really fucking hard.
Dual Masters. And Cypher's going to find him straight away. He hasn't taken the Mega yet. Wanted to put a bit of an attack with the LG. Just leaving that item up, seeing if he can catch.
Yeah, and Cure is a Quake Life map. It's quite big and it's quite balanced map. I really like that. It was together with Sinister, Cure, and yeah, it was like really great maps. And here I remember that I knew for sure that he had no LG, and it was my choice to just go risky and try to dodge his rockets for avoiding him from rocket, just because of the position up here, have a little bit high ground, and it's really good to shot. And look, it's always like this. It was happening like this all the time in all the cups. I was holding the position, I took the array, and I had like full stack 100 to 100, and then straight away, out of nowhere, he all the time came from spawn and out LG me. All the time it was happening like this. But from certain point, I started to afraid to even take such fights, and the thing goes even worse. So here I decided to, even if he will fuck me up like this, I still gonna like not lose myself, but try to like not forget about items and be like very, how to say, calm. Yeah, calm.
Down with 10 health remaining, he can get himself onto the Mega from this. The 51st. Just seeing if he can put any pressure on the yellow armor, but I think he's just cut his losses over here and get to that Mega health.
We have the red coming up, and Cypher's going to want to pressure this.
And again, it's really hard right now for me, because I don't have LG, and I need to make the sneaky moves to damage him a little bit at least. Because in Quake Life it's really dangerous to give full control to opponent and all the cycle. So you really need to respect that. And what I'm trying to do is just this small damage all the time next to him, but not going all in anytime. So. And I know about the timings, so here I know about the timings. I just need to be around, but not really far away.
But that rail gives Evil
and this rail just knocked me out, actually. Now I can't be around. And this rocket jump, maybe if he would make it, maybe he would kill me there, but he failed it. And again, I understand that I can't really go away, really far away. Otherwise I will give him too much space on the map. But he catch me off guard, and now he have a lot of like space, HP, everything. But I still try to do the same. I'm not changing my strat during the game. I'm trying to play around and make the small damage. And with all the experience I had, with all the online cups, I know where to be and how to be somewhere to make this damage and not to be hit or die. So that was really important. And now I had to disappear because look, 200. Like what can I do? I need to find the perfect execution moment.
But at the moment, from Evo's perspective, you think that he was alone on the server, and that's exactly how Cypher needs to keep this going.
I just need to find one moment where he will be a little bit more delayed than usual for the big item or for something. So I'm looking around. I'm trying to be all the time around the big items to know when they will appear next time, so to have a timing, and just find my opportunity. And I know, as I said, just because of the experience I played against him, I know his favorite positions where he likes to just control his level. So I try to avoid a lot. And look, it's Mega and Heavy at the same time appearing, and I know about it. And this is what happening is that I tried to find the way how to take one of these, but I fuck it up. I fuck it up badly, and he took Heavy and Mega is still up. So not much going my way for minutes passed, and now I'm really worried about what to do, because it's all the time the same happening like when we played online. I really don't remember what will happen and how I will change it.
Aggressions from Cypher, and he's played him so much. As you pointed out before, these guys have played this map in finals too many times at this point.
And it is Evil's map pick.
So now again, look, Mega and Heavy almost in the same time. This is the only chance for me to somehow get back into the game. It's my stack, and if I can rebuild my stack at least to 100 to 200, then I'm okay. And you see, I did it. I took the red and I left the room. So now I should be 100 to 200. I can take health bubbles on top. And this is now my chance to make some actions. Now I'm looking for the opportunities how to play perfectly next move. Even though I know that I'm leaving him the heavy, I have a better position on Mega, and I will try to do my best. So yeah, I catch him off guard. I knew he would come. I mean, like, I got the position he's coming from, and I catch him off guard. And it made me opportunity to take this Mega, and then straight away I knew the timing on Heavy, and now it's my turn to push, because I make these executions. And now everything is great. I took Mega, I took Heavy, array, I mean, and I let him only yellow. So right now I need to be patient and to find my way and to catch him off guard, being with under the control.
Again, it was as if he wasn't even on the server, and that's how you do it. And this is one of the maps.
And look here, somehow, I left him Mega. That's definitely a mistake. I don't remember why or what happened.
Managing to avoid fights that are bad for him, and here he goes.
This position on yellow is really dangerous. Like when the guy can catch you off guard, it's really fucking dangerous. And now he's opening himself. He's a bit nervous. He's rushing to this heavy, but he forgot that I can catch him off guard on the way for it.
With brute force pushed Evil.
I see he is nervous a bit.
This is a big turning point here for Cypher. He needs to keep this going though. There is the Mega. He's going to pick that one up. And
Watch him as well now.
Evil with 65 armor. He's really hurting right now, and Cypher has to knock him quite like now because he's off balance still. He's got still sub 100 armor.
This fight is really also important, but I know that I have red armor on my back, and I can let myself to do that. And again, this health bubbles, and again I'm under control, and also only what I'm doing, and I need to be sure that he will not come from any place I can guess he can come from. So I'm not sitting on the Mega straight away or something like that. I try to guess where he is firstly, and if he will go to Mega straight away, I will catch him off guard there, because this is like the choke point, you know. If you're gonna jump there on Mega, I'm gonna hear that, and you're not gonna like leave this position. In all the situations, Evil started to play like really passively. He also started to be afraid. I think it's because of the score and the time limit, and he started to play this passive game. Thank you, Nibble, for the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Mama. And right now, I'm not really fast on taking the items. I'm really trying to play like patient on taking the big items without. Yeah, I will explain one thing. So I wasn't rushing for the big items to catch him, like, how to say, to rebuild my stack like really high, because I was sure in my aim so much and the execution I can make that for me it was more important, and I knew that he will make a traps on big items when I'm gonna like take if I'm gonna like run from big item to big item. So instead of that, I started to just find the ways where and guessing where he can come from to take to give me like this free damage. And this patient made me make this frag. Instead of going under, I made a rocket jump on top, and it was like a crucial moment. It was crucial moment because usually you go like downstairs or something like that, and not much people doing like rocket jump from heavy, especially when you got hit by a full grenade. So Evil wasn't expected that move at all, and it was like that slightly moment where you can like catch your opponent off guard, especially on such level like Evil. From the first view it's simple frag, but from other one it's just really out of mind. Like you need to really know Evil, you really need to know like many stuff, and this is how this frag happened.
Completely unaware, oblivious, Cypher just takes him from the side, and he's brought it to a 1-frag game, and there's less than 2 minutes now.
That was so clean to see.
So I have 2 minutes. And 1 frag to make, and I'm really relaxed about that because I have full control, full timing is mine, and he gonna be really like having hard time to run away from it 2 minutes, and he gonna do it because he will be afraid to make some kind of aggressive move which can turn around the game. It's 2 minutes left and he's leading 1 frag. It's just the psychological of human. So I was relaxed at this moment for sure. I knew that he will not push me, and only what I need to do is to make a perfect fight and still manage to like control, not forget about control, and that's it. Рождественский кулив вирус. Да нет, просто так вышло. Типа я видел, что там агент комментил, но это вообще, блядь, никак не связано. Вообще похуй.
Perfectly clean frag, and that is the kind of frag that Evil's going to have a really hard time.
So yeah,
and now Cypher has a
I'm relaxed as fuck.
On the map.
Everything is great.
Should come, but he's only got 90 seconds to do it,
And
he's
you
gonna
see,
find Evil straight away. Evil.
You see, I found him, and usually he will hit me first rocket into the face. So here, let me. Yeah, you see, usually he will hit me first rocket into the face, but he missed it, and he managed, and he put me in such a situation where I like this splash knocked me towards to him, and I started to LG him. He doesn't have stack. I don't need to LG him much, to be honest.
Game.
And this spawn frag. It's really common spawn frag, so I should just hit, and yeah, he's pretty much fucked here.
And the LG is going to send Cypher into the lead. Did not.
I could go like straight away on him, but I wanted to make it more like clear, because I knew that there is Mega behind me. I didn't even want to kill him. If I wouldn't kill him, I wouldn't be like sad too much. I know that I will find him in a few seconds later. And now he's fucked up. 1 minute, I'm in control, and he's trying to make this damage, but without having anything. I'm hitting it back, and everything is good. Everything is good there.
It's going to be a miracle, to be honest, if you can get on an item. Okay, maybe not a miracle, because you've got red and mega up at the same time.
And again, I'm reading him, which is great.
Those scraps of health and armor that
And right now I can let myself this 30 seconds to do nothing. Just let him do anything he wants. But instead of that, I still decide to make a pressure. I know like what is happening on the map, and I'm still making my flow. Taking heavy and then pushing to Mega.
He's gonna move away. He doesn't want to give Evil what he doesn't have to have, and that is GG 6-2 for Cypher. And he.
As I said, I'm really proud of these games because I think I played really great, and I overcome myself with coming to himself. Oh my god, let's skip him, okay?
Step further.
Let's just skip him.
When he's
not
live, map number 2. Cypher's already up 1 map against Evil.
Aerowalk.
Now on his pick, Aerowalk.
One of my strongest maps.
I'm on Evil at the beginning. He spawned next to the red armor, and actually, immediately Cypher's been choked from the map, so this couldn't be a better start for Evil at the moment. Cypher is going to have to magicate something pretty incredible.
So, the beginning of the map wasn't really great for me, as you see. He took such kind of position. Where I took only heavy, but I had no like rail or any kind of control on the map. But on this map it's really important to always be active. You can't escape from point of view, especially against Evil. So when every time he was on below, I was trying to use my advantage on high ground. I made some damage, but I died from this direct rocket.
right now as
And
well.
still, in here I also had no chance. Like his LG is really strong. Red is coming up,
Cypher with the rocket jump,
and
it
only I can
is
hope
now evil.
for some like
Just needs
really
to
good
tie it
opportunity if he will fuck it up.
Let that totally miss.
But three frags in a row he didn't fuck up.
He's gonna have to play the smart game.
Everything what I tried to hit on him, he's hitting twice on me, and also having like a double stack.
This is such a confident
And it's deja vu, it's all the time the same.
stack on Cypher.
But I can't play differently, because if I'm gonna play like really slow and going like different side of the map, he will push me like a lot more. It's just the way how the maps works.
Rotating on every single
And
item. What are you
5 frags came like so fast.
Quite perfectly right
I didn't even. I remember that moment that I didn't even like choke. I wasn't thinking that like something bad is happening. I knew Hub is like such kind of map where I can easily make a comeback, especially knowing the style of AO. And you see, after this push, so I pushed a few times, I died a lot of times, and after this moment, I knew for sure that the control is mine, and I know really good how to play control on this map, like without giving any opportunities to my opponent.
And just what you'd expect from him. He's back in.
It's risky. If he didn't hit that, then it's very likely that Evil could have continued with the red armor and virtualized his control a little further.
I know really good how to avoid rails on this map,
Start
and how to run like both big items and yellow like without taking a lot of damage and to give a lot of damage. Positionally I'm playing really this map really well. And so what is happening right now is that I'm trying to find this like first like this situation on the map right now is like telling you
He's gonna find it right between the eyes.
like I mean this score 6-1, and what he's doing right now, he's letting himself to do some aggressive moves and to play like normal Quake in terms of like not letting me make everything what I want, with damaging me on small items and stuff like this. So until the score is like this, he's feeling safe. So by psychologically, he's pretty sure in himself that everything what he's doing it's the right thing. But in the same time, he's making some huge mistakes with open up himself. And if you don't give him chance to think that you're afraid of him, and if you appear in that corners where you should to appear, he's starting to struggle. And you see right now he's making like not really calculated moves just because he started to struggle. Like straight away after the spawn he goes for the rocket launcher. It's always like the noobest mistake. And I think such games in Quake Live in the end of the day was about how you feel psychologically against these guys.
But it's quite back and forth action here.
It has been. Evil getting the better start. We saw
Like
that
mentally,
Cure,
if you feel like
Evil managed
you're afraid of taking the fights, being here and there, or like your regular aggression doesn't work, then it's already about adaptation during the game. You can't do the same all the time. And I always was thinking about that, about adaptation during the game and how people react on different things. And during the many years of these maps and the game, I think I found the way, like in like perfect formula how to like play at least on this map. Because usually people's doing on certain like situations, on certain moves, they are doing certain moves and specific moves. You just need to abuse it all the time, and it doesn't matter what kind of caliber of the player, he will just follow your flow, and that's it.
Nice little flick rail there from Cypher. He's starting to get on a roll here. Things are getting dangerous for Evil. This should be a free mega for Cypher.
And when you play all these 10 minutes against anybody, especially on the tournament, you're always trying to find a way what is happening in the head of your like opponent, and he's doing the same. And you try to like you try to fear your like enemy all the time with some moves, something, because it's all the time the same, and you need to understand what exactly is happening, you know, and you're faking a lot of things, like on top level is just urgently needed.
A couple of 25s, but he's going to die for
Otherwise, playing
Mega's over right now.
defaultly is gonna like give you only like
that blue bubble.
some
Lost a
result.
lot of health, though.
But
Also
against such
Alpha
guys,
Dragon.
it's just
He struggles to stay alive
not
against the
possible
LG,
to play
but he is
defaultly.
alive still. No rockets left, though. He has no weapons. There's an LG on the floor and some rockets. So that's really nice for Evil, but still.
Лолка, я просто что-то заскучал, и Quake Champions что-то мне вообще не хотелось комментить, а агент тут вообще ни при чем. So about this game, yeah, like definitely I wasn't like pushing for this frags or something. It's just the way of how Evil is playing, and you really need to stick to your position and aiming and the cycling of items. And Evil is giving away all these frags. It always was like this for him. Or he gonna like wreck you up, or he doesn't. With such players like Rafa doesn't have such a beastie aim to keep the positions and to own him all the time. Sometimes he does, but sometimes he doesn't. So that's why Rafa and Evil had this kind of close scores. And I had this opportunity to actually wreck people who is pushing without making any sense. It was much harder for me to play against the guys who is always try to find like also cheap ways to make it damage, dodgings and like all these kinds of things.
Going to Evil, Cypher just waiting patiently above. He can't really do anything.
No, I understand that with the score and time limit I can play the game I want, and what I want to do is just play second role, and if I see the opportunity to steal any alpha item, I'm doing it. If I see that the guy is slowing of going somewhere and I can catch him off guard, I'm doing that. It's the state of mind where you're really like calm and patient, and you really not really stressed that you got hit a lot or like something going not your way, because I was losing 6-0. I should be furious, but I was really like calm, because I know, like as I said already, like it's such stuff, and I know like this is perfect formulas.
Pretty damn good combined with that rocket.
Oh, Cypher, he managed to get the turns around the pillar, and he's going to take the 12th. Evil just wasn't ready. He's getting punked by Cypher at the moment, and the LG is going to put him on 13 with a 225. This is as if nothing ever happened, only he's got much more points than before. Evil
it's just such kind of map.
25 going to rectify things for the Belarusian, and that it is, doubling up the scoreline.
I played it a lot, and I think I know everything about it.
Cypher is rocking the semifinals at the moment.
He really is. I mean, let's give Evil credit as well, though.
Не, только финал играли.
So far, we're insanely close.
На Quakecon никогда не играли полуфинала на сцене. Только финал раньше играли.
You make your own luck, right?
Oh man, the amount of
And the next map is T7.
and really infuriated him. Cypher's been massively angry at Quake essentially, because Evil has kept taking him down in these online tournaments. And at the last event, I think on the Face It Sunday.
Yeah, you see, I had a really good control of the mouse. I mean, it was like about FPSs or something, or about females. Look at Evil. Серега, блин.
And I mean, you were talking about
Probably going to be better.
He won't get shaken. It's
A change.
It's
Good
Okay.
the grand finals, or is Evil going to be on an epic comeback?
So it's turn 7, one of my favorite maps.
Into the sky over there.
And I remember this moment. And again, this is coming from the experience of playing a lot against top guys, and in general, when you're going like above the normal like level, you're trying to go to something like next level actually. And this situation is like when you spawn on the mega and you're not taking mega, and you know that your opponent is spawning on heavy. Sometimes like better players, firstly they take rail, yellow, they're delaying it a lot because it's better for timing for the next fight for them, because they control it better, and also like their enemy doesn't know like perfect timing on next big item where they spawn. And because of that, I decided to push for the heavy, and I made
They
it.
sent him into
Yeah,
Is
so
this going to be him
you see I'm spawning, I could go for mega, but straight away I went for like heavy.
epic comeback?
And it was normal move, like it was normal move, but when you make it in semifinals at Quakecon, it's not really predictable. Like you can predict that during the practice matches or something, and that was pretty
Well, that
normal.
rocket sent him
So
into
after
the
this
sky
rocket,
over there in a half
I hit him almost
into
100.
space.
I hit him almost 100, so I can be more chilled now.
And the second red armor that spawns should be pretty
And you
easy.
see, he blocked himself, so
Can he get
I hit him
one
there,
good round?
and he blocked himself here.
Go on this, but it's not
And
gonna
only
do
what I
much.
should
Here's the
do
round
is
that
just
Cypher
try
goes.
to make this kind of fight, even though, like when I started to fight him, I could go like back towards heavy if the fight goes wrong for me. But he used a really bad weapon like rail in close fight, and I used that and I killed him.
Even have to go into the water to pick it
So
up.
now I have full
That is, very
control,
demotivating.
like really full control under everything.
Able to be fouled.
And I think right now he lost his focus. He thought that I will go to the different so after heavy, he thought that I will go to rail side and to that yellow and then back to mega. So that's why he wanted to take fast rocket and then LG. But instead of that, I straight away went to mega. Also, because I know that this room is like really urgently for the next 15 seconds, because otherwise it will be really fucking hard to take it. Here I out aimed him with rail hard. He didn't hit me once, I hit him twice. Easy. And only I know that he's really fucked up. I just don't need to like push him too hard, so I don't lose too much HP, because I'm controlling level. And he will come to me anyway. He's trying to hit me, he's trying to knock me out from the control. This is why he is appearing here. And I need to execute just really good. This situation is really fucking fucked up. It's really fucking stupid to do like this. But what can I do? It's just bullshit, you know. It's like all the time he was doing it online. He's spawning with fucking plasma. I am full control and I can't do fucking anything against him. And he's somehow taking this heavy, and oh my god, it was unbelievable against Teo. And now I understand that he doesn't have that much HP, and to get into the mega he does need to go from some choke point. So I took position up there really fast without losing any like seconds. He's trying to catch me off guard here. But I already experienced it a lot, and I know how to dodge it really well. And now he can't catch me. He doesn't want to take this full control with small yellows. He wanna make it from heavy and mega.
Cypher to be seen.
He's been extremely quiet, but that's kind of what you expect. He's like, he just wants to stop his opponent actually having any information on him whatsoever, so it'll be fresh. Oh, that didn't work then. Evil caught him with his back turned, but he didn't do any damage at all. I think Cypher should count himself really lucky then.
Yeah, I mean Cypher knows at the moment the damage isn't important. The stack is important, so he's not trying to take.
So yeah, now I understand that he's more or less playing slow control, like this situation before. Usually he's catching me off guard in many situations. I can't like really understand where he will appear, but right now I have really good sense, like this sense where he will come. And again, you see, everything is just on point for me. Like he's missing one railgun, and I immediately using it with closing distance with LG and stuff like this. Usually he will hit these rails. Usually everything is going like really tough in terms of like kill anybody, because they out aim like me really hard. But here I think this kind of like psychological moment, like mental thing, when on tournament you really pulled off some moments, some players
More than likely, Evil can
can't hold it. They start to make this kind of silly simple mistakes, and then having like normal focus and good day,
air rocket though from Evil, but Cypher
you
hands
just
down, winning that fight. Red and Mega.
I don't know, you just outplay them in like mental state.
To manage this.
Usually it's like this.
This was a situation Cypher was in.
Needed to
right
be.
now Cypher was in Evil's shoes from earlier.
And
Was in Cypher.
when you play against Rafa, for example, it's not possible at all. Like when you play against him finals, you understand that he's losing. He can lose the game like really fucking hard. He can lose to me like 2 maps in a row, and it was mostly wrecked, like really outplayed, and then win me 3 maps in a row like it was the easiest task in his life, you know. This is also like really the thing what I was thinking a lot in Quake Live when I was playing, that how to always be this kind of like strong mentally, because it means a lot. It means like mostly everything. Everything like what is happening on the map is happening from either you fear to do something or not, because many situations successfully working because you fear something because of the tournament, and you understand that fuck, like it's just too much for me, right? It's just I can't like make myself risk that much on the tournament, and it's working great, you know. Like it's just sometimes it's working that great that you don't make like silly mistakes. You're more calm, you're calming yourself, you're patient, and sometimes this mental thing where you really need to show balls to your like enemy and to make him fucking fear you, and then this kind of situation make him play worse. Because I know for sure that many people from Quake Live or from Quake 3, they played much better than me, like more talented and stuff like this. But I remember that I won him many times because on tournaments, on really important tournaments, I played like a dickhead sometimes. I played like really rushy with LG, had no respect, and I understood that it's happening only like in some specific situations. Because if you all the time bully your opponents, they will figure it out, and they're gonna like own you. But back then, it was really important to show like that you're the boss on this level. You're like better player, and you felt it. And it was really hard to focus when you felt that somebody is fucking wrecking you up.
Given up so many kills trying to get this to happen.
Oh, and
Evil,
no.
Please.
Yeah, it's also bad because he has no idea when red is spawning. He went over to check when red was there, and that actually cost him key moments to get on red positioning. Now Cypher's there, and Cypher's baiting him out. So
yeah, you just try to
Evil might just go for this and die.
control your energy, because sometimes if you spend too much, then it's not enough.
He's gonna make a move in the end. What a gutsy play from Cypher.
In both ways, like physically, mentally.
Why did Evil take so? I know that there's a lot of spam going towards the red armor, but he took forever to make a decision.
It was just the mistake was even before that because he didn't know when the red was spawning, and he went to go and check for the red, thinking that they'd be up. It would be up at the same time as Mega when Cypher was basically giving him Mega, and then during that time, so I was like, well, okay.
But yeah, as I said, I'm really proud of these games. Like I can say that.
Right now it's just going worse.
I overcome myself back then, and it was like last tournament I won, I think. After that everything started to be fucked up. Quake died in 2015, even 2014 after this tournament it's just completely died. There was no DreamHack even in 2014. So after this Quakecon only was next Quakecon 2015, and back then, right after this Quakecon I stopped playing it. And it was fucking 5 years of pure hardcore fucking new gaming. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think actually the way the semi-finals turned up, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect. The Hang Toxic, I think, is in a phenomenal game that's I feel really lucky that we get to see that.
I feel like we've been ripped off as well from an El Clasico Dahang versus Rafa.
Oh, right,
you know what? It's a very interesting replacement that we've got for that. We He's got 60 seconds left in this. Evil's gonna get himself on the board again. What can
So yeah, it was GG's.
can he bring the score anywhere close? I mean, this is it. This is the last 45 seconds that you could be in the duel.
And it was really fun times, to be honest.
Himself a third. This
I really enjoyed practice. I was even,
Cypher just needs to
I didn't even want to participate in tournaments. I didn't really like them much because I was like really stressed back then on every tournament.
have enough time.
But I really enjoyed the practice process. Like all the time I was practicing for the tournament, especially when it's like 2 weeks before the big LAN, like Quakecon. I had the fucking butterflies in my stomach. I'm telling you, it was like so fucking great feeling. And then on fucking tournament you're coming, you're stressed as fuck, you're losing weight and everything is just, you're just nervous all the time.
So it's going to be very interesting to see where things develop forward.
But when everything's worked out, it's just great.
Takes it 3-0,
It's just great.
so dominant.
0, man, absolutely destroyed. I've got to say,
Okay, next game I will cast next time.